Welcome into the Steelers Talk live show. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening to talk some Steelers football with us. Got a lot of great stuff on tap here. First up, we only got one segment to get to on today's live show. That is the latest Steelers news and rumors. Then we'll get into our Madden simulation today. Week 14 versus the dreaded Ratbirds, the Baltimore Ravens. Coop's back, and he's excited. He's already waving his towel. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Coop, how you doing this afternoon, my friend?
I am well. We have loaded news and rumors for you, followed by a good game between our AFC North rivals.
All right. I hope you did you cook us up some new jerseys today? Some crazy jerseys like you always do? No, so normal jerseys today for one of the biggest games of the year, huh?
Normal jerseys for one of the teams.
For one of the teams. We'll see who it is. But, all right, guys, I want to see who's here. Let me know who the real ones are down there in the comment section that are here at the beginning of today's show. Spam those me's in the chat for a shout-out. I see Robert Locke is here. We've got Kathleen. We've got Lee. We got Steelers' dad. We got Michael Vitti. We got Oofy the Oofer, whatever that means. We got Jack A. We got DJ KJ. We got Kevin Reed. We got Mike Parker. We got my lovely fiance, Cassie Voth. We've got Paul Boone says, "What's up, Coop?" Paul says, "What's up?"
Hello, Paul.
We got TW, Andres, Alex Lanier's here. We got Andy Henry, Jason. We got Shaq, Cuddy Mac. We've got Kevin Reed, Gary, Shaq, Lee, Andy, Tristan, Andres, Kyle, Roey. Got a good crew here today, man.
I want to make an executive decision here because I don't want to keep him waiting any longer.
Fine.
So we're going to go to this first.
All right, so at the end of the last show, I did promise you guys, and I promised Brett Alper, our producer last week, a couple of tortilla slaps. Fernando Martin sent in a $100 super chat, and we didn't do the slaps at the end of the show. So we're going to start the show here with a couple of tortilla slaps from Brett Alper.
To the face?
To the face. Brett's excited, as you guys can see. He's wearing the fucking Patriots sweatshirt on Steelers Live. So let's.
Does he know that the Patriots cheated?
Yeah, does he know that the Patriots cheated?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds like a Raiders catchphrase right there. But a deal's a deal, Brett. You get the slap me twice here.
How hard can I do this?
As hard as you want.
All right.
Whoa.
Pause. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
He's going to be a father soon.
All right, one more time. I won't go as hard.
Oh, on
Oh,
the
yeah.
chin. On the chin. All right. Appreciate Brett Alper.
Thank you, intern Alper.
Thank you to intern Alper for helping us out here.
I'll leave the tortilla here.
Sperry always pays his debts, all right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you guys always got to know. All right, so I got a little bit of a trade idea here, Coop, that I want to talk about today. Jauan Jennings said today, and it was reported that he wants an extension from the 49ers or he wants to be traded. This is the trade offer that I put on our show earlier, breaking down the Jauan Jennings situation. 4th-round pick and Roman Wilson in exchange for Jauan Jennings, and I think he's going to be asking for somewhere in the range of $15 to $20 million per season because he was a really good receiver for the 49ers last year.
If you were Omar Khan, you do this deal and pay him?
I would, personally.
Okay.
Jauan is the perfect fit for the Steelers offense.
You were watching some film during lunch?
Yes, we were watching some film during lunch, and we saw him absolutely go off against the Rams last year. Mossed a dude last year. I think he had 3 touchdowns in that game versus L.A. last year, but he was their number 1 receiver last year. He was awesome, and he's arguably the best run-blocking receiver in the game. He's a really crafty route runner, really good hands as well. I think it was a 63% contested catch rate last year. Perfect complement to DK Metcalf, in my opinion. So 4th-round pick and Roman Wilson, I think it would be worth it. And then you give him that $20 million per season to be your number 2 receiver for the next several years. I think that's a good deal for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I would think it's a good deal for the Steelers as well. The only thing that I would say is the Niners probably pay that, right? The Niners are probably going to get a deal done with him.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he stays on the Niners this year. But let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. Would you make this trade and then pay Jennings $20 million per season, Personally, I would pull the trigger on this, but I can certainly understand why some people might not want to pay Jennings that much money because he's only had that 1 year of.
It was a good year, though.
It was a really good season, but he's been a very good wide receiver 3 in this league for a long time. Last year, he was the Niners' number 1 receiver, almost got to 1,000 yards last season. So let us know down there in the comment section. It's also our pinned poll for the day. Right now, 58% say they would not make this trade. So, I mean, there's that. So I guess either the Steelers fans here really like Roman Wilson, or they don't like Jauan Jennings, or they don't like the money aspect of it. I don't know what the decline is for that, but I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think this is a pretty darn good deal for them. Plus, the Steelers have multiple fourth-round picks. It's not like they're giving up their only fourth-rounder next year to make this happen. I don't think that this is a bad deal for the Steelers whatsoever.
I know that they're not related, but I saw Damian Roy say this in the chat, and I think this is relevant. Just get the TJ Watt deal done before anything else.
Yeah, I just want them. I mean, obviously, if I have a choice between getting this deal done and getting TJ Watt locked up, I am paying TJ Watt. But I don't think they need to be necessarily mutually exclusive, all right?
Yeah, they're not.
I think that they can get both done with the way the cap is manipulatable and all this different stuff. I think they could potentially do both moves, and we'll see how the Jennings situation plays itself out, whether the 49ers are going to be willing to pay him. Darian, my man, $10, our first super chat of the day. What's up, Darian? Says, I agree with both of you. I appreciate you, Darren.
By the way, once this live stream is over, go check out the video that we already did on Jauan Jennings on the channel.
Coop Cassie tells me that you should turn up your mic a little bit.
Should I?
I guess, because apparently your volume's low.
Hello?
Can you guys hear Coop?
Can you hear Coop in the chat right now?
Yeah, tell us right now.
My level's the same as yours.
Okay, well, I just got Cassie telling me that you should increase your mic volume.
What does Cassie know about mics?
Yeah, I don't know. She just told me that I'm just telling you what she told me. I don't know what to tell you, man. $5 here from who just came in? Chris, it looks like, comes in with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Chris.
Get you on screen just in a moment, Chris.
He has a hypothetical trade idea for us to consider here, so we will get to that in just a moment. Shout out to Darian for the $10 super chat. That gets him 3 raffle tickets to win the Steelers Talk hat that we're raffling off on today's show. So shout out to Darian. You guys can also send in a super chat today. $5 gets you into the raffle for the Steelers Talk hat. We have to get to $50 total to raffle a hat off today. But if you want to double your raffle tickets, you guys can send in your donations via Venmo or PayPal at Jack Sperry on Venmo or at Captain Jackrabbit on PayPal. We will double your raffle tickets to win the Steelers Talk hat that we will give away to one lucky winner at the end of today's live show. $5 gets you 1 raffle ticket. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. $20 gets you 10 raffle tickets. All right, so $5 for Chris gets him into the raffle.
Shout out, Chris.
Says, Jack, I have a hypothetical trade for you. What is this? Geisto? Oh, guys to consider, for you guys to consider. Houston is fat with wide receivers. Why not trade Watt to the Texans for Nico Collins? Thoughts?
Nope.
Yeah, they're not going to trade probably their best player on offense for TJ Watt, especially because they've got 2 really good edge rushers as it is, right? You got Danielle Hunter, who's on the other side, and then Will Anderson. You got really good edge rushers. Why would they want TJ Watt, right? And then, why would they give away Nico Collins? He's their best player on offense, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I don't think that's got any possibility of happening.
We'll take Nico Collins for Cameron Johnston.
Honestly, the only thing that I think is even somewhat possible with the Texans is the Steelers trade like a 6th-round pick or something for John Mechie. I could see that happening because Mechie's a good run blocker and he's a good route runner.
He's not. Do you think he could play the wide receiver 2 role though?
Listen, man. I think the Steelers have.
I think Calvin's better.
I think the Steelers have high hopes for Calvin this year, and I know a lot of Steelers fans don't want to hear that because they think because he's tiny he stinks. I think that the Steelers have high hopes for him, and they think that he can be like a Darnell Mooney type of receiver. And Darnell Mooney's a legit number 2 receiver in this league, guys. We're going to talk about that a little bit on today's show. My man Nicholas coming in with a 10. Says, hey, Spare Dog, haven't been able to catch a live in a while. It's good to see you, Nicholas. Thanks for the 10.
Good to see you.
Get in on the raffle right there, Nicholas, with 3 raffle entries with the 10. I appreciate you. We got another 5 coming in from my man Darian. The super chats are rolling in today, guys. By the way, if we can get to $250 in total donations today, we're going to hit the Steelers Talk donation gong here. We do it every time we get to $250 in donations. So if we can get to $250 today, we'll bang the gong for you guys. Haven't done it in a little while, so it would be nice to get there today.
Do you like to bang?
I like to bang. Absolutely.
This was the same one earlier. Hang on.
All right. So $5 from Darian Wilson says, I hope we do good this season, and we are stacked with goats. Yeah, man, we got some. It's going to be interesting because I'm going to be in Latrobe 2 Fridays from now for the first training camp practice. And I think that day is going to be electric because it's going to be Aaron Rodgers' first practice in front of the Steelers fans. It's going to be Jalen Ramsey's first sight as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
The question is
DK
this.
Metcalf, Jonnu Smith, all these new additions are going to be making their first appearance.
Will TJ be at that practice?
I think he'll
Will
be.
Will he be participating?
I hope he is. Probably not, unfortunately. Whether he's holding in or holding out, I kind of doubt that they're going to get this deal done before the start of camp. That's unfortunate, but I think it's probably going to be what ends up happening. $10 from my man Alex L. Everyone shout out Alex in the chat for those 10. I hope you're keeping up with all these raffle entries here, Coop, because Alex is in on the raffle with that $10 super chat there. Appreciate you, Alex.
I think I've got all these jits now.
Okay.
We got another one coming in.
We got another one, another 10 from Jordan Reeves. Let's go. They keep flowing
They're
in.
flowing.
We're already at $50 today, so we're already we've already locked in the hat raffle today. So Jordan coming in with a 10. No message again, but everyone shout out Alex and Jordan in the chat for putting in those donations. We greatly appreciate you guys.
Jordan, if you have a comment, leave it in the chat.
Yeah, Jordan, let us know if you got something to say. But if we could get him up on screen.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Our software's being a little slow here, guys, so appreciate the patience. But we're going to get into our first segment here relatively soon. There's Jordan's super chat. But we got a lot of news and rumors to talk about today. We got a little bit of an update on TJ Watt. We're going to be talking about Calvin Austin III and why I think he could be the next Darnell Mooney in the National Football League. Then we'll talk about Jamar Chase, giving some pretty high praise for the Steelers' new cornerback room. And then we got a little bit on the Cleveland Browns being the Cleveland Browns at the end of our first segment here.
Chris, we'll get to that super chat after we start our segment.
Yeah, so Chris, we'll get to that in between our 2 segments today. So appreciate your guys' support. Let's get into it right now. The latest news and rumors surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers whenever Coop is ready. Robert Locke coming in with a 5. They keep coming in, guys. We appreciate your super chats. We will make sure to get to every single person's super chat, no matter when you guys send it in today. Really do appreciate all of your guys' support. But we're going to get into our first segment of the day whenever Coop is ready. Are you good, Coop? All right, Coop's found our intro, so let's show it to you guys right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today we have a lot of Steelers news and rumors to cover. First up, the latest on the TJ Watt negotiations. What's the latest on that front, and what is it going to take for the Steelers to get a deal done with their superstar edge rusher? Then Jamar Chase, Bengals superstar wide receiver, had some high praise for the Steelers' new cornerback room. Then we'll get into Calvin Austin III and why I think he could have a breakout season like Darnell Mooney had with the Falcons last year. And then we'll talk about the latest surrounding the Cleveland Browns. Who are definitely browning at this point in time in the offseason. Earlier today, guys, we put out a video on Jauan Jennings. If you didn't hear the news, Adam Schefter reported that he is looking for either an extension or a trade before the start of the season. I break down why I think he's an excellent fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers and talk about the chances of Omar Khan landing him in a trade. I'll put the link to that one in the comments and description of today's show and put the chip in the top right corner. If you don't want to miss any of our shows here on Steelers Talk, click that subscribe button right now because a lot of times we put out 2 videos a day, especially if there's breaking news. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already to join the largest individually run Steelers news program anywhere on YouTube. So first, let's talk about the talk of the town in Pittsburgh. After Aaron Rodgers signed, everyone's focus shifted to TJ Watt, and for good reason. He is a massive piece to the Steelers team, and he's still not signed. to a contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got some little updates here over the weekend. We'll start with Mark Kaboly from the Pat McAfee Show saying Steelers are still in a holding pattern with TJ Watt's contract extension. Length of deal, guarantees, and total value, basically everything to some varying degrees, are the sticking points right now. Even so, there is no anticipation for Watt to hold out when camp starts on July 23rd, and there has been no inquiries made to other teams about trading him, according to sources. Basically, there are high-profile and big-money deals. This is how high-profile and big-money deals go. Seems like it could go down to the wire as it did in 2021. And then Jeremy Fowler said this on ESPN earlier this week. Pittsburgh remains optimistic. I'm told they want to get a deal done. I know there's been the trade chatter out there. Teams I've talked to don't really expect him to be moved, but this is an issue of guaranteed money as a sticking point. So both Kaboly and Fowler kind of confirming that guaranteed money is really the sticking point here. Our favorite People's Insider, Ricky, also said the same thing a week ago, that guaranteed money is what is the sticking point between the Pittsburgh Steelers and TJ Watt at this point in time. I think it was Ricky said that the Steelers have offered him a deal that, according to APY, so that's annual earnings, he would be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, but the guarantees aren't as much as guys like Myles Garrett and Jamar Chase, the two guys that TJ Watt is trying to top. So let's take a look at Garrett and Chase's contracts so you kind of know what the Steelers are competing with here. Garrett got 4 years, $160 million total. Obviously, that's $40 million per season. His signing bonus was just over $21 million at $21.5. The guaranteed at signing was $59.3 million, and then the total guaranteed money is $123.6. So that includes the roster bonuses on Garrett's deal. Then when it comes to Jamar Chase, obviously he's not an edge rusher, but he is a non-quarterback, and I think that Watt probably wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. He's going to have to top Chase's number of $161 million total over 4 years in order to accomplish that. Now, Chase actually didn't have a signing bonus, which was a little bit weird, but he had higher guarantees. The guaranteed at signing was $73.9 million, and the total amount of that $161 million that's guaranteed is $112 million. So that is obviously a lot. And I kind of think TJ Watt wants to top all those numbers for both of these contracts. So I think what he's probably asking for right now, slightly more in terms of the overall money, probably asking for like $161.5 or $162 million total. He's probably asking for a larger signing bonus than what Myles Garrett got at $22 million per season. He's probably looking for more guaranteed money at signing than what Jamar Chase got, which would be $74 million per season. And then the total guarantees, I think he's looking to be higher than either one of those guys as well at $124 million. And obviously this is a very steep price tag. You're guaranteeing most of the contract here, at least 3/4 of his contract if you make this happen. And, I think that the guarantees are probably the holdup. I think the Steelers are looking at TJ Watt as an aging player, and they don't want to guarantee a lot in his third season of that contract extension. And I think TJ Watt wants more of those guarantees to be transferred into that third season. But as we've discussed on this show ad nauseum, it seems like every single time I talk about TJ Watt, I have to talk about how I think that Pittsburgh pretty much needs him if they're going to accomplish their short-term goals, which is to win a Super Bowl before Cam Hayward retires in 2 years' time. Of course, you're on a 1-year timeline with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. So TJ Watt has the leverage here, and he knows that he has the leverage. You take a look at his impact on the team and why he knows the Steelers essentially need him. It's because when he plays, they win 2/3 of their games. The offense scores more points. The defense gives up a touchdown less per game when he's on the field. The sacks and turnover production go up dramatically with a player like him on the team, and this team just doesn't win football games when TJ Watt's not on the field, and he understands that. So he's kind of holding that against the Steelers to try and get the money that he feels like he deserves. And the truth of the matter is, guys, Watt has really kept the Steelers afloat over these last several seasons, okay? Like his impact that he has had on the Steelers defense has kind of elevated the offense as well and elevated the team as a whole to keep them competitive. And I think think Mike Tomlin, the head coach, gets a lot of credit for this. He kind of gets the credit for keeping the team afloat despite bad offenses and bad quarterback play. But in reality, I think that without TJ Watt, Tomlin does not have that streak currently of non-losing seasons. TJ Watt has held up a team, especially over the last 3 years, where the offense has just not been good. You can take a look here at the offensive production for the Steelers the last 3 seasons. By the way, they were 1 game away from making the playoffs in 2022 and were 8-2 when TJ Watt played that season. And then they made the playoffs both in 2023 and 2024, despite the offenses looking like this. Bottom 10 offenses in the National Football League. And the reason why you get records like this, despite that offensive production, where you're 9-8, 10-7, 10-7, despite having some of the worst offensive production in the National Football League, is because you have a defensive superstar like TJ Watt out there on the field. And you guys can see here, the Steelers' record is 28-13 when TJ Watt is on the field and when he is healthy over the last 3 seasons. That's a winning percentage of 68.2%. That's over 2/3 of the Steelers football games played when TJ Watt is on the field, and when he is healthy, the team wins, because TJ is just a huge impact on the football game, guys. You can take a look at his production since 2022. All right, so this is the same time period that we're talking about the Steelers offense as being absolute dog crap. All right, he's had 41 total healthy games. He's got 36 sacks in that time, 46 TFLs, 11 forced fumbles, 17 PBUs, and 3 interceptions. Okay, so that is a lot of production, not only from a pass rushing perspective, but also from a run defense standpoint, and then also from a turnover perspective. And then I really like this graphic that was put out by Pro Football Focus over the weekend. In 1-score games since 2021, TJ Watt is first in the league in sacks, forced fumbles, and batted passes. So the reason why the Steelers are winning all these close games is because TJ Watt is making an impact in these close games, especially late in the football game, giving the Steelers opportunities to come away victorious. And without him, I think that this team would be down in the gutter, plain and simply, guys. He has held up this unit for a very long time. But I hear you guys saying at home, but Jack, Watt is 0-4 in the playoffs. We need, the standard here in Pittsburgh is playoff victories, playoff success, and Watt hasn't done that in his Steelers career. And listen, man, I hear you. Watt needs to play better when the team makes it to the postseason, okay? He has not had great production when the team has made it to the postseason. And, if he wants to solidify himself as one of the greatest Steelers ever, he really does need to at least get 1 playoff victory. Let's start with 1, but hopefully he can get multiple and even out that record in the postseason, because that's what Steelers football is all about. But in reality, guys, if we're being completely honest, the Pittsburgh Steelers don't even make the playoffs in a lot of those seasons unless TJ Watt is on the team. And I'm especially talking about these last 2 years where the offensive production just hasn't been there. And really the only reason why the Steelers make the playoffs is because TJ Watt's impact on the defense is allowing them to win as many football games as they have been able to win, despite their offense being as bad as it has been. So I firmly believe here, guys. I know TJ Watt hasn't delivered in the postseason, and he needs to do that to solidify his legacy with his team. But I think if you give him the proper offensive coordinator, I hope Arthur Smith is that guy. If you give him the right quarterback, I hope Aaron Rodgers is that guy. I think playoff wins will follow suit, and I think TJ Watt has shown himself to be the kind of player that can deliver big performances in the playoffs if you give him the proper help. I hope I'm right about that, and for a guy that works as hard as TJ does and as impactful as he has been to this team, I hope he gets the proper help around him so he can retire a champion as a Pittsburgh Steeler. So predict it for me down there in the comment section. Will TJ Watt ever win a playoff game as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Give me a yes or a no down there in the comment section for today's pin question. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds, and when that happens, take advantage of that time by giving me a yes or a no down there in the comments. Now we move over to Jamar Chase here, who went on a podcast recently, and he was asked to name the top 5 corners in the National Football League, and 3 of the 4 that he listed were Pittsburgh Steelers corners heading into this season. These were the 4 guys that he listed on that podcast. Now, I think he might have misunderstood the question. He might have said that this was AFC North corners because everybody in this is in the AFC North, right? Denzel Ward, Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, and Darius Slay are the 4 guys he mentioned, and 3 of these guys are Steelers. This is what Chase had to say. Joey Porter is pretty smooth. He's just long. It's going to be fun going against Ramsey and Darius Slay. I had an opportunity to go against Slay this year and Ramsey my rookie year in the Super Bowl. So the fact that he's listing 3 Steelers corners in his top 5 list of corners in the National Football League is pretty high praise. But I think he probably misunderstood the question. He just listed the best corners in the AFC North. That's certainly a possibility. Don't think it's a coincidence that every single corner that he listed is in the AFC North, and he doesn't mention guys like Pat Surtain, Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley Jr., some of the other best corners in the league. But there's no doubt about it, guys. The Steelers cornerback room this year is pretty darn good, and I think it's got a chance to be great heading into this year. I really like Joey Porter Jr.'s length and physicality on the outside. He's one of the best press jam corners in the National Football League, and when he's healthy, he can shut down an opposing number 1 receiver on a good week. He just needs to work on some of the grabbiness, limiting penalties, that sort of stuff. And Darius Slay, Super Bowl champion last year, did a really good job, was really highly graded with the Eagles defense last year, which was stellar. And then Jalen Ramsey, I think, has a chance to be one of the better nickelbacks in the National Football League with the way the Steelers are going to move him around the formation, with the way they're going to use him as a blitzer, all this different stuff that we have talked about on this channel that they're going to be planning for Jalen Ramsey in a very versatile role. And then you put on top of that the quick pass rush that the Steelers are going to have with TJ Watt, hopefully, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benson, all these guys getting after opposing quarterbacks, and then you put on top of that some really good coverage players, and this Steelers defense, in my opinion, has what it takes to potentially be one of the best defenses in the entire National Football League this year. So fill in the blank for me down there in the comments. The Steelers have a top blank cornerback room in the NFL right now. I know it's a little bit older with guys like Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey in there, but I think it's got a lot of talent in there. It's definitely the best cornerback room this team has had in a while. Just a second here, I'm going to tell you about our sponsor today at Fanatics, and while I'm talking about Fanatics, go down there in the comment section and let me know where you would rank the Steelers cornerback room at this point in time. And if you guys want a new Steelers hoodie in your collection here before the start of training camp, you guys can go chatsports.com/pithoodie to get a 50% off Steelers sweatshirt today. You can wear this out in Latrobe to training camp if it's a little bit of a cooler day, maybe if it's raining outside, like it has been the last couple of years I've gone to Steelers training camp. But also you can have it be your lucky game day sweatshirt this year as well. Watching Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey, and others do their thing wearing this sweatshirt, I think would be really good for you. And you get 50% off today when you go to chatsports.com/pithoodie. I'll put the link to that in the comments and description of today's show if you want a new Steelers sweatshirt at 50% off. All right, so now I want to shift over to Calvin Austin III this year and kind of my player comp for him and why I think that he can have a breakout season just like Darnell Mooney, number 2 wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, did last year. Now, skill set wise, Calvin and Darnell are very similar players. Now, Darnell's a little bit bigger. He's 5'11". Calvin's 5'8". Darnell is like 177 pounds. And then you got Calvin, who's like 165. So, there's a little bit of a difference there body-wise. But they're both really good outside receivers as smaller guys. They got better hands than people give them credit for. They're really good route runners with quick feet. They're yak threats and they're vertical threats and can really threaten a defense to all the levels of the field. And you take a look at Darnell Mooney's production in 2023, his final season with the Chicago Bears. All right, only 61 targets, had 31 catches, 414 yards, only 1 touchdown, and then his grade was at 55.2. So not fantastic. But then 2024 comes around, and it's a lot better. He had 100 targets, not 10 targets, 64 receptions, 992 yards, just short of 1,000, and then he had 5 touchdowns compared to his 1 in 2023, and his PFF grade went up quite a bit as well in that better offense away from Justin Fields. And then you compare Darnell Mooney's numbers in 2023 to Calvin Austin's role in the Steelers offense in 2024, and the numbers are kind of comparable, man. Like, even though Austin had slightly less targets, he actually had more receptions, so he was more efficient than Mooney was. He also had more yardage than Mooney did in 2023, and he had more touchdowns and a higher PFF grade. Not an average there. That is a PFF grade on that final one right there. And I think a key similarity between Calvin Austin III and Darnell Mooney in those two seasons is that the quarterbacks were very primary read centric. All right, Justin Fields with the Chicago Bears doesn't really read the field all that well, needs to see that first read open, and then he's kind of running. Darnell Mooney was getting to open a lot on that Bears film, and he went extremely under the radar heading into his first year with the Falcons, where he was great. I think the same thing applies to Calvin Austin III here, where if you apply the same statistical leap from a percentage standpoint to Calvin Austin III this year, guys, this is what his numbers would look like. Now, I'm not expecting these numbers. I just want to throw that out there right now. 20 touchdowns for Calvin Austin III is completely unrealistic, all right? But these are the same jumps from a percentage standpoint that Mooney made from 2023 to 2024, and then I think that Calvin can make a similar type of leap in 2025 compared to what he was in 2024. Also, you compare the quarterback play, I would take Aaron Rodgers this year over Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix last year, and Darnell Mooney had almost 1,000 yards receiving, and we saw some really good things from Calvin Austin III last year, guys, where I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have seen a lot from him, and they really like his play style. They saw on film how open he was getting. They're seeing the same things that I'm seeing on his film. He's a better hands catcher than people give him credit for. He's a really great yak threat. He's got the vertical speed to challenge a defense vertically as well. I think Pittsburgh believes in Calvin Austin III as a wide receiver too. They keep telling us that that is their plan, but it seems like this fan base just doesn't want to believe in it, and they keep throwing out all these different rumors about different wide receivers they're going to bring in. But honestly, guys, it wouldn't shock me at all if Calvin Austin III is actually their plan at wide receiver too, and it also wouldn't shock me if, like Darnell Mooney, he has a big-time breakout season with the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball this year. So we got one more topic that we got to talk about on today's News and Rumors show, but before we get into that, click that thumbs up icon if you are enjoying today's show. If you love the Pittsburgh Steelers and you love our show, you want to help us out, it takes a half second of your time to click that thumbs up icon, and it really does help us out and put our video in front of more Steelers fans like yourselves. Our final topic today has to do with the Cleveland Steamers. Those Brownies just can't stop Browning, man, as their as the round 2 pick at running back, Quinshon Judkins, has been charged with domestic battery over the weekend, and it is not looking good for the rookie running back out of Ohio State here. Tom Pelissero tweeted this earlier about the incident. Here is the arrest report for Browns running back Quinshon Judkins, whose accuser told police he punched her with a closed fist in the chin/lip area and later struck her in the left arm and thigh while they were in the car leaving the airport on July 7th. And Judkins' accuser is also seeking prosecution. So this thing could get very, very ugly for Judkins in the months to come, and this is just a really poorly placed time thing for Judkins and the Cleveland Browns, obviously. But first, I want to say this, guys. Domestic assault is absolutely not something worth joking about or anything like that. It's not a funny matter, and our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to the accuser and her family. Of course, due process does exist. You know, Judkins should have his day in court and all that different stuff, but our thoughts and prayers definitely do go out to the accuser. And with that said, the Browns are an absolute joke. All right, it seems like every single year they are bringing in somebody that's just not behaving themselves off the field at this point. I mean, just last season, another second-round pick out of the same school, Ohio State, had a similar situation. And, it seems like a yearly thing with these second-round picks from Cleveland at this point. And then don't even get me started on Deshaun Watson, guys, with all of his accusers. And, they're bringing their kids to training camp to sign their jerseys and all this different stuff, holding him up as an idol. I mean, what an absolute joke of a fan base the Cleveland Browns have. It's just one of the biggest jokes of an organization in professional sports. I think as Steelers fans, we understand that. And then we get to Judkins himself and why this is important for that team from a football perspective here, is that he was supposed to be their number one running back this year. He was their solution to replace Nick Chubb in that backfield this year, and right now it's not looking fantastic, all right? He was supposed to be their number one running back. Then outside of him, you got Jerome Ford and then another rookie in Dylan Sampson who's super young and I think needs a little bit of time to really develop, even though he's got serious speed. But Judkins was expected to be their bell cow in that offense. And if that offense was really going to be anything, because they don't have any starting level quarterbacks in their team, in my opinion, I don't believe in Flacco, I don't believe in Pickett, I don't believe in Shedeur, and I don't believe in Dylan Gabriel. Their passing game's not going to be there, so the run game really had to carry a lot of the weight. And with Judkins potentially not on the team this year, that's not looking too good for the Cleveland Brownies on offense this year. And I would not be shocked, guys, as bad as the Browns were in 2024 on offense, this year might be even worse for that football team, and that is not an exaggeration. Now, before I go here, I do want to give some Twitter shout-outs. I said last Friday that if you followed me on Twitter during the weekend, I would give you a shout-out on the show, and I am here to deliver on that promise. We got 33 people that have followed me on Twitter, so big shout-out to Brian, Carrington, Tanner, AD, Serpent, Juan, DK, Jack, Brandon, Jacob, Chris, Mark, Emmanuel, Thomas, Jason, Asher, Brad, Joel, Cap Rogers, DJ, Cameron. I don't even know how to say that. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm just going to call you. We got Kyle Green, Brian03, Sal, Japester, Ad Moose, Joshy, Austin, Brelo, John, Ryan, and then Cloth. I'm just going to call you that, my friend. So thank you guys so much for following me on Twitter, guys. If you want a future shout-out on a Steelers Talk show, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry, and you guys can click that subscribe button for daily and free Steelers coverage right here on YouTube every single day. All right, our segment is out of the way. We got multiple super chats, I think, to get to. Nicholas with another 10 says we absolutely need to sign Watt. Stop this trade nonsense. It's just annoying. And this is just part of the process, I would say, Coop, where this is the time of the year where the media doesn't have a lot to talk about, all right, just so you guys know. So if there's any controversy whatsoever, trade rumors are going to continue to be out there until a deal is done. But as we told you guys last year with the CeeDee Lamb situation, there was no way the Cowboys were going to let go of CeeDee Lamb.
It just wasn't going to happen.
It just wasn't going to happen, and they got a deal done right before the season. It's kind of a similar situation, what's going on between TJ Watt and the Steelers right now.
Yeah, I agree. TJ's deal is going to be done. He's going to play for the Steelers this season. He's not going to get traded. It's just a matter of time, and deadlines make deals. Whatever the deadline the Steelers set, they'll get the deal done.
I honestly think him playing on his final year of his contract is more likely than him being traded.
Oh, 100%.
I honestly think that
Absolutely
is a more likely scenario, is that he just says, you know what, we can't come to a deal. I'm just going to play this last year out, and then I'm going to become a free agent next year.
And I think the Steelers are allowed to franchise tag him, no?
They are.
Okay.
They could do that if they want. If they need to, if they want. But that might be the point where he's like, "Fuck this! I'm not playing on a franchise tag."
I don't think he would, but the Steelers could use that if they need to protect themselves.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see how it plays out. My guess is, the Steelers keep saying they want him to be a Steeler for life. I think they're gonna follow through on that promise. I think that Art Rooney II himself has pretty much directed Omar Khan, get this done. You have to do it. So eventually,
you have no choice.
Eventually, it's gonna get done. It could be the day before, that Week 1 game versus the Jets. Who knows? But I do feel pretty confident that eventually we will see a deal get done.
If Omar wants his job, he will have to get the deal done.
Pretty much, yeah. $2 from Chris says, would Christian Kirk or Tank Dell be a Texans wide receiver you'd trade for? Probably, Christian Kirk maybe for the right price, but he's like pretty much exclusively a slot receiver, and that's kind of the role that the Steelers have envisioned for Roman Wilson. So I really do feel like you would want somebody to play on the outside, or at least be able to play on the outside if you're going to trade for somebody. Tank Dell's not going to play this season, so that's not somebody I'm interested in trading for. Robert Locke says, welcome back, Coop. Yes.
What up, Bob Locke?
Yes, welcome back, Coop. It's good to have you back, my friend. After we had I won't say suffer through Alper. He did a good job, but, it's always good to have our producer back.
Alper is an intern, and never let him forget it. Just kidding. He's not an intern. He did a great job.
He didn't slap like an intern, I'll tell you that much. He slapped me hard. He actually did. Much better than you.
I'm sorry I care about my
friends.
I
know. You do care about your friends. That's why you're one of my groomsmen.
Yep.
$2 from Chris says, guys, would you sign QB Sanders if the Browns cut him? Listen, man.
No!
Probably not. Apparently, the Steelers had Will Howard higher on their draft board.
Oh, I believe that.
So, like, if Will Howard...
But Jack Tomlin said he loved Shedeur Sanders.
But Jack, Adam Schefter and Peter Schrager said it was a great meeting. Oh, my goodness, dude. I can't... The amount of people that came after me when I just said what Aaron Wilson said, which was that the meeting didn't go well. All the reputable people said it went well. And it's like, have you guys learned nothing about Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan? Everything they tell these big reporters is complete and utter bullshit. Like, they want people to think they want Shedeur Sanders, right? If you're going to play the media game, why tell everyone your strategy? It makes no sense.
It's a joke.
And people just, every single time the media feeds them this garbage, they keep falling for it. And then I get called an idiot, and then, I still get called an idiot even when I'm right. We got Bernard Nixon, $2, says, do you think Rodgers is a better leader than Russ? Different leadership styles for sure. Russ is more of the positive energy, rah-rah type of guy. He's going to be everyone's best friend and everyone's biggest supporter. Rodgers isn't going to be that. He is going to be a lot more get on your shit and make sure your details are very on point. But, here's the thing about Rodgers. A lot of people, and most of the people that have played with him and shared a locker room with him, love him. The New York Jets almost had a mutiny this year after Aaron Glenn decided to let him go, all right? Like, Quinnen Williams loves Aaron Rodgers. Sauce Gardner loves Aaron Rodgers. Breece Hall loves Aaron Rodgers. They were pissed, and that's not even including all the guys in Green Bay, guys like Devontae and Jordy and Randall Cobb and Aaron Jones, and all those guys still defend Aaron to this day. And, Rodgers is a different style of leader where if things aren't going right on offense, the thing about Russell Wilson, part of the reason why I think Russ contributed to the collapse last year is because when things weren't going right, who was on the sideline saying, everything's okay, we're great, you're goated, you're goated, King? That's Russell Wilson. And like Cam Hayward, you could see it on his face after that I think it was week 18 loss. After the loss versus Cincinnati, like Russell Wilson goes up to him and says, we're going to go win 4 straight games, man. And then Cam Hayward's like, dude, shut the fuck up. We just lost our 4th game in a row, and you're just all super positive. Like, that's not what I want to hear right now. When things aren't going right, you want your leader to say, we need to get this shit figured out. And Rodgers is going to do that. All right? So I actually think Rodgers may be exactly the type of leader this team needs, and Russ was not the type of leader that this team needed, especially at the end of last season.
Official statement on Rodgers' marital status.
Probably not legally married, because there's no records that show that he's married.
Just very straight.
But he's definitely the type of person that's like, I don't need a government to tell me that I'm married.
100%.
He's definitely that type of person. And by the way, good for him. All right, if he doesn't want to get legally married,
he can do what he wants.
He can do what he wants. All right, I think people, calling him weird for that, or trying to dig into his personal life, it's weird and it's just stupid. Darian Wilson, $5, says, I think we might go 17-1 or 16-2. Well, first of all,
17 games.
17 games schedule, Darian. So
maybe 18 soon.
Maybe 18 soon, but not this year. I don't think they're going to win that many, Darian. You guys know I'm very optimistic about the Steelers this year, a lot more than maybe some other Steelers fans. But I think they're going to win somewhere in the range of 10 to 12. 10 to 12 games, I think, is realistic.
I'll tell you what. If they do, the channel will be humming.
Oh, I know. And I think this year they're putting themselves in the best possible position to win a Super Bowl since 2017.
100%.
I think this is the best Steelers team since 2017.
We'll answer this one in a second, but first, I just wanted to tell you that I was right.
Why?
And it was under.
What do you mean it was under?
23 minutes.
Yes, I knew it.
This one.
It says, guys, we laugh at the Browns now, but I am worried if we do well and the Browns tank, then we could see our franchise QB in Cleveland and we miss out. Listen, man, Chris, this is what I'll say. The Cleveland Browns have been dog shit for decades. How's that worked out for them, all those high draft picks?
They have made two playoff appearances.
It hasn't mattered, right? It hasn't mattered. They've had all these top 5 draft picks, and they still suck. All right? Like, this is just, this fallacy that, like, if you get high draft picks, you're guaranteed to be good in the future. It's just not true. First of all, it's just one player you're adding to your team. Second of all, if you're depending on that one player, a young player, to be the face of your franchise right away, that's a lot of pressure, and that's putting that person in a position to fail. Okay, like the Steelers are going to have an opportunity to get a quarterback next year, Chris. There's going to be 4 to 6 starting quarterbacks that are going to be drafted in the first round next year. All right, it's a really good quarterback class. The Steelers have not only a ton of draft picks in next year's draft class, but they're probably going to be willing to give up their first round pick in 2027 to go get their guy. All right, even if they don't get the number one guy on their list, they're going to be able to get somebody that they like. All right, so I'm not worried whatsoever. The Browns are going to be able to take a quarterback too. That's fine. They'll probably pick the wrong one, so I'm not worried about that, right?
I mean, you've seen the meme of the guy with the jersey that has like 25 names on it.
Yes, they're going to pick
It's for a reason.
The Browns are going to pick the wrong quarterback. Steelers will pick the right one. I have every we hope, but
the Steelers did miss the last time.
Yes, they did. But this is a different situation. This year, repeating the Pickett situation would have been drafting Shedeur in the first round.
This is true, yes.
That would have been repeating the Pickett situation. This time they're staying patient, and they're going to get their guy next year, which I think is a much better strategy. So just so you guys know, we will be getting into our next Madden simulated game here. It's Week 14 versus the Baltimore Ravens. We are giving away a Steelers Talk hat at the end of today's show. There's already a ton of people that have already entered into the raffle. $5 gets you into that raffle. $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets. $20 gets you 10 tickets plus your name on the Steelers Talk Gong. Then $50 you get to skip the raffle, and we just ship you a Steelers Talk hat as it is.
Oh, yeah.
$250 total. We will hit the Gong. Right now we are just under $100 for the day. We're at $90. So right now we are $160 away from hitting the Gong. Here have been the results. This is, I don't believe, for the last several games here that we beat the Chargers, beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and we beat the Bears and the Bills. So this team is on a 5-game winning streak right now as we currently sit. And you guys can see the results of the first few games here as well, where we didn't put Aaron Rodgers in the lineup until I believe it was Week 7 versus Cincinnati. He lost that first game versus the Bungholes, but then he's won every single game since. So the Steelers are hot. They are sitting at 9-3 right now. So without further ado, let's get into our Week 14 Madden simulation. Raji versus Lamar. First one of the season. Positioning for first place in the AFC North on the line today. Is it raining?
No.
It's not raining.
So.
It looks like just overcast in Baltimore here.
It is a gloomy city.
Pretty gloomy city. I wouldn't want to live in Baltimore.
No way.
No way in hell. Let's see. We had a $10 super chat from Enzo that we didn't get to, Coop.
I think we did get to that one.
I don't think so.
I put it up on screen, I thought. Okay, yeah, we'll get to it in a minute.
Enzo, we'll get to your super chat here in just a second. Shout out to Cassie for pointing that out to me. But if you guys super chat, we will make sure you guys get into the raffle, and we put you up on screen. If you got a comment, we will make sure to get you guys. All right, here we go. Let's get it going. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Type those PITs. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. All right, kick is off, and we are underway in Week 14 in Baltimore. The opening kick will be fielded at the 5, and look at that straight line return to the 37-yard line, and that is where Baltimore takes over in their ridiculous clown purple uniforms. I like to call these I can't say what I like to call these. I don't think I can say it.
What do you like to call them?
I can't say it.
Why not?
Because it's not good. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after the okay. I'm gonna tell. All right, let's see what Lamar can do.
In the color rushes. 1st and 10 from the 37.
All right, shotgun for Lamar. He's got time. He's going to throw it over the middle. Wide open caught. I believe that's Rashad Bateman.
No way.
Who picks up a first down. By the way, that was not a first down. What are we talking about here, man? That is not a first down. He was clearly a yard short, and these refs, What do they have in Baltimore? Crab cakes?
Cakes.
Yeah, they're eating crab cakes before the game over here.
Old Bay seasoning.
Jesus. Shotgun here, trips right for Lamar. You got 2 X Factors in the backfield right now. They pull it. There goes Lamar with his X Factor. And he almost breaks a tackle, but Joey Porter Jr. brings him down after a gain of 6. There's Enzo's $10 super chat. F. Coop in the chat for getting Enzo's super chat.
Enzo.
Says, hey, what's up, guys? I say sign Jennings, so we have to trade for him. We definitely need a number 2 bad. Love the show, guys. Would you rather get Jennings over Olave? No, I'd rather have Olave, but the Saints aren't trading him. Why every time I watch? We'll finish his super chat here in just a second.
He said, why does everyone talk shit about the Steelers when he watches Pittsburgh content?
Because people hate the Steelers, man. Shotgun here. They're going to hand it off to King Henry. Football's out! Steelers pick it up! Steelers football! Here we go! Steelers! Here we go!
Boom.
Here we go! Steelers! Here we go! Here we go! Steelers! Here we go! It was forced out by T.J. Watt! Let's go! And Raji will take the field for the first time this afternoon.
Just to put a wrap on Enzo's point, the people in Pittsburgh and who talk about the Steelers also just don't know much about football.
Well, yeah, I would say the media members, Filipponi.
Kaboli.
Kaboli knows more than most. I'll give Kaboli his credit, but Dulac and these other lackeys for the team. That's why you subscribe to. That's why you subscribe to the channel, man. Because we've been right when these other guys have been wrong. Handoff here, Jalen Warren. Nothing happening up front. Goodness gracious. Loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage for the Steelers.
I think those jerseys look sick for the Ravens.
Nope. I don't like the helmets, man.
Yes, you do.
I think they look like UFL helmets, dude.
They look sick.
All right, they got condensed formation here from the eye. They're going to toss it. Terrible toss play.
I think there's
offsides. Offsides on the Ravens. Lining up in the neutral zone was Kyle Hamilton, the X Factor.
Of course they're cheaters.
I mean, I'm surprised they called it.
True.
Surprised these crab cake eating motherfuckers called it. All right, they're going to go condensed formation again from 12 personnel, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a back. Raji from under center is going to take a 5-step drop. No, he's going to look to run. Makes a crazy cross-body check down throw to Jalen Warren for a couple yards. Be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Come on, got to pick up a first here. Got to take advantage of that early fumble from Derrick Henry.
No doubt.
Last year, Derrick Henry fumbled on the first drive of the game in Pittsburgh, which was a big-time play for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. I think it was Nick Herbig that punched it out then. I formation, they handed off to Jalen Warren. Did he get there? And he's just short.
They gave them the first down.
Yeah, I mean, Rashad Bateman was a full yard behind the line to gain. They give him a first down, but then we get right to the line to gain. Nope, sorry, 4th and inches. And if I know anything about Madden, Mike Tomlin's going to punt this away.
Way to bone us, Madden.
Nope, they're going for it. Come on, we got to convert. Shotgun Raji. He's going to pass it. He throws quickly. It is caught for a first down. That is, I believe, Calvin Austin the third. First down, Steelers, a big-time 4th down conversion.
That's an interesting play call.
Ben says, we love you, Jack and Coop. Ben, we love you, man.
You, Ben.
Shotgun here.
I just saw your slide.
Handoff. Nothing doing again. Goodness gracious. 92. Matabike is killing us here. Another loss of 2 on first down for Jalen Warren.
Someone blocked Matabike, whose name is no longer Justin.
What's his first name now?
Namdi. Like Asamoah.
Okay. Shotgun condensed split. Rodgers looking, throws on the quick drag. It is caught. That looks like Bobby Trees for a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and manageable coming up. We got over 250 insers in this chat. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Why is TJ Watt on the bench? Well, I guess,
Because we're on offense.
I am an idiot. I forgot we were on offense for a second. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set, takes the snap. Rodgers will take this drop. He's going to throw short. It is caught by Muth. And
we got to stay in bounds there, Muth.
Yeah, I think Rodgers kind of threw him out of bounds. It's going to be 4th down and 3, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers will have to kick a field goal here.
They should go for it if they had any sack.
Boswell comes on the field.
Boo.
And they will attempt a 41-yard field goal here.
Way to hold, Mason.
Kick is up, and Boswell puts it in. 3-0 Steelers. Good hold, Mason.
Way to hold, Mason.
Way to hold, Mason. That's some good shit right there, man. Good stuff, Mace.
That's about all he's going to be doing this season.
Yeah, true.
Unless they use the punter as the holder.
Which they did last year.
Exactly.
All right. 3-0 start for the Steelers. TJ Watt forced a fumble on Derrick Henry to start this one. Pittsburgh capitalized. So that means the Steelers get the ball to start the second half too. So that even though they didn't score a touchdown there, that's a big 3 points for the Steelers. Kick is away. Good kick by Boswell. They're going to take it out by the 2. And it's going to be a bad return just to the 26.
Good coverage, boys.
Good coverage by the Steelers. And there goes Derrick Henry. -1 yards and a fumble. I'm telling you, man, we did a video on why I think the Steelers could win the AFC North this year. Watch out for some regression from Derrick Henry. There has been a grand total of 0 running backs in NFL history that have rushed for over 1,400 yards past the age of 32.
How many?
0. So I think either A, he gets injured, B, he regresses, or C, both.
We hope he doesn't get
We hope he doesn't get injured, but shotgun here, they're going to hand it off. That's not Derrick Henry.
Justice Hill.
Justice Hill with an 11-yard gain. He's better than Derrick Henry. You heard it here first. Steelers not expecting run there with Justice Hill in the game. First down, Baltimore.
13 personnel here.
Yeah, they go heavy. Looks like actually 22 personnel. Hand off Derrick Henry. He's not going to go anywhere. That's Cam Hayward on the tackle. It's not a TFL, just a gain of 1, but good play by the first team All-Pro. Be 2nd down and 9 coming up. I will say, though, if there's any 32-year-old in the history of the National Football League that's going to run for over 1,400 yards, my money would be on Derrick Henry.
What about, do you think Saquon will make it to 32?
No.
I don't either.
I think he retires pretty soon, actually.
And he's on the cover of Madden, so he's screwed.
He's fucked. He's another guy that's going to get injured this year, I think, and I don't want him to, but
Yep.
he just had so much workload last year that it's going to be hard for him to stay healthy. A quick dump off here to Derrick Henry. Good tackle by Cole Holcomb. The mullet in the middle brings him down for a TFL, and it'll be 3rd down and very long. Let's go. Type those 3s. We need a stop here, Steelers Nation. Come on.
Get the 3s in the chat.
Get those 3s in the chat. We good with our internet connection here?
Yeah.
For some reason, mine says unable to connect. Here we go. It's going to be a rush play for Lamar. Nothing doing. Nick Herbig brings him down. It'll be 4th down and 8. Let's go.
Were you logged into a different channel?
Nope.
Yeah, we're good on
All right, if we're good, we're good. I can't see anything on my dashboard, but whatever.
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on. 4th down and 8. Steelers defense forces a punt. Big-time defensive stop, and now the Steelers have a chance to go up 2 scores on the road. Kick is away. And it's not a long return here from Calvin as he takes it to the 20-yard line.
The Wi-Fi definitely went out, but we're good on streaming.
Okay. 1st down and 10 for Raji. 2nd drive of the day. First drive ended in a field goal. Just got a Venmo alert here. And I don't have any connection, so I can't send it to you. Shotgun here from empty. Rodgers throws in cut caught. That looks like Pat Freiermuth on the catch. 1st down Steelers. Good play by Rodgers.
Let me go see if there's one we can log into. I think HQ is the only one.
just going to go to my hotspot here.
Yeah, or just Slack it. Phone Slack it to me.
Under center here, and 13 personnel on first. He's going to hand it off to Jalen Warren, and there's Matabike again, his third tackle for loss. Well, actually, technically not a loss. It's still 2nd down and 10, but his third tackle against the run in this one. All right, just sent it to you.
Cool.
Pistol formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. We'll take the snap and hand it off to Jalen Warren on 2nd down. Nothing happening again. This has probably been the worst rushing performance for the Steelers in this game or in this simulated season. They're usually moving the ball on the ground pretty darn well, but not today. It'll be 3rd down and 9. You got Rodgers, and you're going to be depending on him to move the chains. See what he can do here. Bunch formation out to the left. Rodgers, he's got time now. He steps back, still nothing. He's going to take a sack. 4th down coming up. Missed opportunity for the Steelers, man. Getting the ball with a chance to go up 2 scores on the road in Baltimore. Go 3 and out. God, man. Baltimore's tough defense, though. Derek Smith with a 20. Appreciate you, my man. Get your name on the gong. Says what? He might be. What is up, my guys? What's up, Derek? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you. Is Derek on here? Should be. You know what? I'm going to put it on there again for Derek because he's a real one. Steelers punt the ball away. And brought down at the 41-yard line. It'll be good field position for Lamar Jackson and the Ratbirds coming up. So right now, in terms of where we are $140 away from hitting the gong today. Just so you guys know. We don't have to hit the gong, but if we can get to $250 in total donations today, that would be pretty cool. So here we go, shotgun Lamar. He's going to throw quickly on the stick route. It is caught by Mark Andrews for an 8-yard gain. 2nd down coming up. So Yinzer Jake is asking, what are the standings in the sim? Both teams are sitting at 9-3 in the simulated season. So the winner of this game moves to sole possession of first place in the AFC North. Shotgun for Lamar. Got 3 receivers and a tight end and a back. Takes the snap, and it's going to be play action. Lamar has all day to throw back there. Now he's going to throw it deep down the field, and a caught touchdown. It is Zay Flowers. Beats the Steelers secondary, and Lamar Jackson throws an absolute bomb for 6, and they will take the lead. Man. Steelers dominated those first few possessions, but, the offense just not able to capitalize on their opportunities. We'll see if that bites them in the ass here in the final result, but Lamar Jackson just throws an absolute laser to Zay Flowers for the touchdown. For some reason, Darius Slay is pissed at T.J. Watt, who's telling the cameras to get out of the way. So that's not what you want to see there. But the new kicker in Baltimore puts it up. I don't even know who it is. It's not Justin Tucker anymore, which is crazy to say, but it's whoever their rookie is this year. I can't remember his stupid face.
That might have been Justin Tucker, though.
Yeah, maybe, but it is Madden. So 7-3 with less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Baltimore's offense really held up by the Steelers' defense. Steelers' defense have done a good job to that point in the half, forcing a fumble, forcing a 3-and-out on the next drive, but now it's 7-3. Kick is away. Let's see if Rodgers can get this team in the end zone or at least get them some points before the half. Cordero's going to take it out pretty much out of the end zone, and a terrible return from Cordero Patterson. Cut his ass.
Cordero doesn't belong on this team.
Well, he'll probably get cut.
You think he will still?
I mean, unless Mike Tomlin still views him as an elite special teams player, which is
not.
the whole reason why they brought him in here. He's just not. Trips right, shotgun Rodgers. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw quickly. It is caught by Muth. Makes a man miss, and he's going to pick up 9 on the first down reception. Clock will tick. Steelers still have all 3 timeouts in the half. Coop, you weren't here, but last week's game versus the Bills,
it was nuts.
the Bills were at the 15-yard line with 1 game left. They find a hole in the Steelers' coverage, and then Deshaun Elliott brings a guy down at the 1-yard line to win. Shotgun Rodgers stepping back, nothing there, and he is sacked. 3rd and 11 coming up. Timeout Baltimore. They want the ball back. That's not what you want to see, man. That's the 2nd sack of the day on Rodgers. Not finding the open man. Broderick Jones loses on the outside to Odafe Owe.
You have your hotspot up, right?
I do.
Okay.
So here we go, 3rd and 11. Are they just going to run this and allow Baltimore to use another timeout?
Oh,
Jet sweep to Calvin
God.
Austin. What a terrible play call. Baltimore can just call a timeout.
That's embarrassing.
It's a chicken shit fucking call from Arthur Smith.
What would Harrison Graham say?
Dumb shit fucking pussy.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So now the Steelers have to punt the ball away with still 1:17 to go to Baltimore, who still has a timeout, by the way. It's not like you're forcing Baltimore to use their final timeout.
Looked like a muff punt to me.
3rd and 11. We've seen Rodgers deliver on 3rd and long multiple times in this Madden simulated season. Let him air it out.
And they just give up?
1st down and 10 for Baltimore at the 29. They got plenty of time to go get a field goal here, and if that's the case, they go up a full touchdown.
Joke.
Got another Venmo coming in here.
Cool.
There you go. Shotgun Lamar. He's looking. He's got time. Now he's going to step up and throw way down the field. Wide open, caught, and there he goes. There's Mark Andrews all the way down to the 20-yard line. Huge pickup, and that was an easy flick of the wrist by Lamar Jackson. Yes, look at this. He's throwing it flat-footed. What is this throw? Oh, my goodness, Rob. You kidding me, Madden? He literally throws a 40-yard laser flat-footed.
Well, he is a top 4 quarterback in the league.
There he is.
Would you put him 4th?
I'd put him 3.
3? Mm-hmm. Ahead of?
Burrow. Empty. Lamar looking. He throws. Slant caught. And it's going to be Zay Flowers with another 1st down. Less than a minute to go. Baltimore has a chance to go up multiple scores after Pittsburgh just a few minutes ago on the game clock had a chance to go up multiple scores.
How many years in a row, by the way, have the Cleveland Browns had the worst quarterback in the AFC North?
A lot of years.
A lot.
A lot of years. Shotgun. Lamar looking. Quick throw. Good defense from Cole Holcomb, but it is caught, I believe.
It was.
And the clock continues to tick. The Baltimore Ravens will not call a timeout. Clock gets down to 20 seconds. They go trips left here from shotgun. Derrick Henry in the game. You got to watch out for the run here. Lamar looking. He's going to throw, open, caught, touchdown. Deshaun Elliott in coverage on Rashad Bateman.
It's unacceptable.
Just a nightmare final 2 minutes of this first half.
And it was all caused by Arthur Smith.
Well, I mean, it's not all on Art, but that decision is stupid. No question about it.
I mean, that's fireable.
Lamar throwing the ball, a 40-yard laser, not getting any pressure on him, and then going out there and having a 3-and-out where we're giving a jet sweep on 3rd and 11 to Calvin Austin, giving them a chance to do that. Now you're going to be down multiple scores. Now, that puts a lot of pressure on the Steelers' offense here coming into the second half.
I want him fired.
He says, I know you want him fired, Coop, okay? It's just classic overreaction here. He's just playing the classic Joe Yinzer over here.
I want him fired. I went to the steel mills and worked 12 hours a day. I come home and I watch this.
I guess so.
Unacceptable.
At the steel mill. I need to get Coop on some of these Pittsburgh Dad videos. You ever heard of Pittsburgh Dad?
I have heard of Pittsburgh
He's
Dad.
He's funny.
Does he talk like a Pittsburgh dad?
Oh, yeah. Kick is away, and it is going to be a touchback. So I would expect them to knee this, and then we're going to be getting into the second half. We got a Venmo to get to and a Super Chat to get to during halftime, so we will hit those.
Don't know if we can pull that Super Chat due to our internet problems.
All right, so Robert Locke, sorry, I don't know if we can pull that up because of our internet problems right now, but $5 says Coop overreacting.
Never.
Steelers will just run it.
When have you known me to overreact?
So that is halftime in this Week 14 matchup. Ravens have the advantage, but Kirk Crater comes in with a 10. He says, the return of Coop. F the Ratbirds. Let's go, man.
Kirk.
Shout out to Kirk Crater.
Appreciate you, my guy.
That's 6 raffle tickets for you, my friend. I think you already have a hat, if I'm not mistaken, but
We'll get you in the raffle, Kirk.
we'll still get you in the raffle, my friend. Right now, I believe we are at, 30 plus 95, that's 125. So we are halfway to hitting the gong today, folks. $125 away from hitting the gong for the first time in a couple weeks.
Sam's in the process of resetting the internet, but if we don't get it by the end of the game, we may have to do the raffle next show.
All right, well, just so you guys know, we'll see.
We may.
We'll see. We still got another half, but we'll let you guys know. If we don't do the raffle today, all of your tickets will transfer into Thursday's show.
Or we could just do 2 separate ones. Either way.
Could.
Yeah, let's probably do that.
2 separate wheels, though? Or
Yeah,
just,
one
just
for-
spin twice with all the tickets transferring.
Well, I think these guys should get their own raffle regardless. So it's not a bigger one. So
All
they
right,
still have
if
the
you
same
want to do
chance.
that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Second half, back going. Pittsburgh Steelers have the football. First down and 10. Rodgers takes the snap. It's not showing on screen, Coop. And it's going to get down to an 8-yard gain. Sorry, F. Coop in the chat for not showing the game.
Just trying to figure out our internet issues.
Yeah, I guess so. 8-yard gain for the Steelers on first. It was a reception to Pat Fryermuth from Aaron Rodgers.
Intern Brett is out today, so we have intern Sam figuring it all out.
Great. Just rolling with the punches here on Steelers
Always.
Talk. We got empty formation here, spread. He's going to throw quickly, and good coverage from the Ravens, trying to go out to Jaylen Warren, who drops the contested catch opportunity. Third down and 2 coming up.
Tomlin's mad.
Robert Locke is saying Heart Coop in the chat.
Thanks, Robert.
But Yinzer Jake is saying F Coop, and Eric Brown saying F Coop. So 2/3, not great, buddy.
Yeah, I'll take Robert.
Shotgun from empty. Rodgers looking here, needs to convert. He throws it, is caught, and this time it is caught in a contested catch situation by Pat Fryermuth. First down, Steelers. Let's go. Move. Let's go. And now we get new.
No.
Muth and Nunu. Shotgun here. You got 2 tight ends on the field in a wing. Doubles out to the left. They're going to hand it off Jaylen Warren. He's got a crease. He gets to the 50. Gets all the way down to the 40. Good run.
Attaboy, Jalen.
Best run of the day by Jaylen Warren. First down, Steelers.
If he broke that tackle, he was gone.
I mean, just good vision there by 30. Finding the open space. And now the Steelers are back in Ravens territory. I cannot stress how important this drive is for the black and gold, folks. Got to get back in this game here. Got to get some points, even if it's just a field goal. Getting up within a 1-possession game. Rodgers from shotgun. Now he's scrambling. Now he's looking to run. He's got some room to run, and now he falls down. Slides down, I should say. 8-yard gain. Good play by Raji, using his legs. I will say, over the last couple of weeks, Coop, Rodgers hasn't tried to scramble as much as the first couple of weeks.
No, he is not.
Seems that he's gotten a little bit more comfortable.
He's kept it in the pocket.
12 personnel again and a wing out to the left. You got a stack out to the right. Handoff Jaylen Warren. Good vision. Picks up a first down and then some. Gets to the 21-yard line. Just outside the Ravens' red zone. Steelers are driving here, folks. It's what you love to see.
You know, it'd be nice
What's that?
if we had our internet.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had internet. But at least we got live stream. At least our
And we
computer.
have hotspots.
At least our computer didn't completely crash.
This is true.
Under center here, 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. 12 personnel yet again. Condensed. It's going to be a handoff for a 2-yard gain. Now inside the red zone. We need a touchdown. If you want a touchdown, spam those TDs in the chat. Let's go.
I want to see TDs.
Outside zone. It's going to be Jalen Warren for another short gain, but it'll be 3rd down and manageable coming up.
Do you want to see TDs?
I want to see some TDs. And we got Christopher Domingo's TDs in the chat. We got Kirk Crater's TDs in the chat. Got Yinzer Jake's TDs in the chat. We got Ben. Got Christopher, Shaq, Eric. Now here's a quick throw slant. Is it caught? No, dropped. Robert Woods couldn't hang on. Aaron Rodgers threw one into a tight window, and Robert Woods couldn't come down with it in the contested catch situation. It's looking like Pittsburgh may have to kick the field goal here and try to make it a 1-score game. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-6. Makes it a 1-score game. 8 points down on the Ravens. But it is a little disheartening here, Coop, that this team isn't finishing these drives with touchdowns.
For sure. Only 2 field goals to show for it, but we'll see if there's still time left.
Defense needs to step up, man. Can't allow it. I mean, any points by Baltimore here, and then they go back to going up 2 scores. It's a big defensive drive. Kick is away. Kick is caught at the 5-yard line, and he will be taking it out. Good stop here by Cole Holcomb, bringing him down at the 26. So here we go. Big defensive drive. We need your help here, Steelers Nation. We need you to type stop in the chat. Need you to type stop in the chat. Let's go. Steelers need the football back here with this 8-point deficit. That's what they need. Pistol formation here for Lamar. It's going to be snapped and thrown quickly. It is caught. Isaiah Likely. Relatively good coverage. Brought down immediately, but a 1st down for Baltimore. That is Juan Thornhill in coverage. What's that?
You need to stop.
Need to stop, man.
When's Juan Thornhill going to make a play?
I don't know, man.
This is why.
Where's Jalen Ramsey? Come on, Ramsey. We need a big play from you.
There he is.
Finger tape. He's in the slot right now. Going to be play action. Here comes the blitz. He's throwing. What a throw. Threading the needle down the seam. It is caught for a huge gain. Once again, the Zay Flowers, who is killing the Steelers defense in this one.
This is why I didn't want to get rid of Minka.
Nick Herbig was bearing down. But Lamar Jackson delivers a laser, and now they're in position to score here. This would be the perfect time for a TJ Watt strip sack fumble. See if we get it. Right now he's at outside linebacker or inside linebacker, so we're not going to get that.
That's a weird formation.
F Coop in the chat for putting TJ Watt at outball
linebacker.
That was
totally me.
Quick throw on the slant. It is caught by DeAndre Hopkins, who will pick up 6 yards.
Look who made the play from middle linebacker.
Yeah, TJ Watt playing off-ball backer. Thanks a lot, Coop.
Hey, man, just want to move my best player around.
The same guy that has Miles Killebrew starting on defense every single week.
Maybe Miles deserves to start.
Shotgun here for Lamar. Got to get a stop here. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, and they stop him. Derrick Henry's done nothing against the Steelers in this one. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Now Henry doesn't want to play against us anymore. He's going to pretend to be hurt.
Type those 4s.
It's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th, but the Steelers need a big stop. And this offense needs to kick it into high gear in the 4th quarter. You need a good stop from the Steelers defense here, and then the offense needs to kick it into high gear. Come on, get a pick, get a fumble, get something. They spread it out. Trips out to the right, single receiver out to the left. Lamar from shotgun takes the snap. You'll throw quickly on the stick route, wide open touchdown. You have TJ Watt on him in coverage. What the fuck? What is this?
Tomlin's trying out some exotic defenses.
Terrell Austin is putting TJ Watt at off-ball linebacker. There's no chance he's gonna guard Mark Andrews one-on-one. No chance, especially from inside leverage.
That's just poor.
So now the Baltimore's gonna go up 2 touchdowns. So essentially, that's gonna force Pittsburgh to score a touchdown here.
2-point conversion.
No, I think they're gonna go for the PAT. Get a stop, touchdown, 2-point conversion.
You think PAT first?
Yes, because if they don't get the PAT, they're down 2 scores and the game's over.
True, but the math tells you to go for 2 first.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it actually does.
No. It's in a different situation.
Down 15, the math tells you to go for 2.
I don't think it does.
It absolutely
Jim.
does.
I don't think it does, Jim.
It does.
Because if you don't get it,
I don't agree with it, but it does tell you to go for 2, so you know, because you know exactly.
I think
what you need.
I think it's 14.
It's both.
It's 14.
It's 15 as well.
No, it's not.
You go ask Tom after this.
I don't think it's 15.
It is. I know it is.
Here we go. The kick is away. I think we had this argument last year at some point during one of our actual watch parties. Cordell Patterson stinks, and he only brings it out to the 29.
That was with being up 11.
Was it?
Yeah. 15, you 100%.
Oh, yeah. But same concept.
It is. And I agree that you should kick the PAT first, but the math tells you to go for 2 so you know exactly what you need.
No. They were up 10.
Yes, correct.
And you said they should go for 2 so that it's a 2-point game instead of a 3-point game.
Correct.
Here we go. Jumbo formation from I. They're going to hand it off to Caleb Johnson, who gets taken down for a loss. Nate Wiggins. 2nd down and 11. So once again, the Steelers.
I think we're back.
Are we back?
I think we're back.
Cool. So right now, 2nd down and 11. Steelers need 2 touchdowns and a stop to even have a chance at this thing. Shotgun Rodgers. He's going to throw middle on his back hip, but caught by Muth. 3rd down and inches coming up. Good gain. All right, come on, Muth. Come on, Raji. Need you here. Need you here. Come on. Man, Pittsburgh's defense started out pretty good. They had that fumble, and then they forced the punt on the 2nd drive, and then after that, it's just been a joke. Handoff here to Warren. Big hole forms in the middle of the field, and it's going to be a good gain to the 50-yard line. Love to see it. Another $5 from Darian. That's another raffle ticket for my man. Says, I think the Steelers will do good this year, no matter what. I hope they do, Darian. $2 from Meximander. Says, have you heard any news for the Watt signing? We're going to be putting out a news and rumors segment later, Meximander. If you missed it, we have a Watt update in there. Shotgun Rodgers throws seam ball. It is caught. 1st down, Steelers to Jonnu Smith. Let's go. Just to kind of give you a quick recap there, Meximander. Pretty much the guaranteed money is the sticking point, and I don't think the Steelers want to give Watt as many guaranteed dollars as he wants, but I think they're going to have to. Shotgun, 3 receivers set from no huddle. Rodgers throws the quick flick, but it's incomplete. Good coverage. I think that's Kyle Van Noy with the breakup there. 2nd down and 10 coming up. From the Ravens 25. They will go under center here in 12 personnel at the wing out to the left. Got a stack out to the right. Rodgers will take a 5-step drop and throw slant. DK Metcalf incomplete. DK dropped it. 3rd down and 10. DK has no catches in this game. Completely invisible with 3 minutes left to go. And now we have a 3rd and 10. The pressure's on Pittsburgh. Can't do a field goal here. You're going to have to go for it on 4th, so you do have 2 more downs to play with here. 3 receivers. Takes the snap. Rodgers has time. Now he's running out of time. He looks to scramble. Can he get there? No way. 1st down, Steelers. Rodgers picks up a good chunk. Keeps the drive alive, but clock continues to tick. They're at the 12-yard line. Got to get into the end zone. I think you got to get in here before the 2-minute warning.
By the way, Grok tells me that NFL analytics models lean towards going for 2 when down to 15.
Okay. Shotgun here for Rodgers, and he's going to get sacked. Broderick Jones gives up the quick pressure to Odafe Owe. 6-yard loss. Got to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. Have to get one going here.
Oh, my God. They better snap it.
Rodgers throws seam. Dropped. It was behind Muth. Incomplete. 3rd and 16 coming up. So you do have another play here before the 2-minute warning. Hopefully they can get into the end zone. You're going to need some Raji magic here, Coop. Keep this thing alive. It's going to go from the 18. And why are we in 12 personnel on 3rd and 16, Art? And why are we handing it off? But there goes Warren. A magical, stupid play call leads to a touchdown. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. I know what the result was. That was still dumb as shit to go for the run from heavy personnel.
They knew they had it.
On 3rd and 16. That was a lucky play. Somebody didn't do their job on the Ravens defense. But hey, Steelers are still in it here. By the way, they did go for the extra point, so they're down 8. They're down 8. So they will need to get a quick stop on Baltimore. We are past the 2-minute warning, so they will have to stop them on 3 straight plays.
Do have all 3 timeouts. You can kick it away.
So if you play your cards right here, if you're Pittsburgh, you get the ball back with plenty of time. You don't have any timeouts, so you got plenty of time.
Probably a minute 40-ish.
Yeah, but you can't give up a first down. That's something you just can't do here. So the kick is away. It's good kick by Boswell. It's going to be fielded at the 3 and taken to the 26. Good coverage by Pittsburgh. Spam those stops. We can't give up a first down. It's going to be tough with Lamar Jackson on the other side, but this Steelers defense has shown up in big moments throughout this simulated season for sure. Hopefully they don't put TJ Watt at off-ball linebacker. They've been doing that way too much in these recent streams, Coop. Look into that when we go into Thursday.
I don't know how to change that.
Maybe I'll have to take a look at it.
Maybe.
Because that's just unacceptable to have him at off-ball linebacker as much as they have in the last couple games. There we go. He's at edge now. Shotgun. Heavy formation for Baltimore. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, but going outside. Takes multiple people to bring him down, but just a 2-yard gain. Timeout. Steelers. Jalen Ramsey finally shows up in this game with a nice tackle. 2 more stops. Come on. Type those stops in the chat. We got Justin. We got Andres. We got Ben, Tristan, Rolando, Joe, Alex L, Jack Hay. Come on. 13 personnel again. Why have we got 2 deep safeties? Bring that guy down into the box. Handoff. What a play by TJ Watt for the TFL. TJ Watt. That's why you pay him. That's why you pay him right there. Game wrecker. Let's go. 3rd down and 10. Get him off the field right here. Shotgun for Lamar. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry. For the love of God, bring him down. He does. Good job.
Come on, boys.
Good tackle by Juan Thornhill. Steelers use their final timeout. The Steelers will have a minute 45 to go to drive down the length of the field, score a touchdown, and then convert on the 2-point conversion to send this thing into overtime. Come on, let's go, defense. I love it. Kick is away. Calvin is going to have some room to run here. He's going to make a man miss. There he goes to the 45. A good return for Calvin.
If he got that corner.
And here comes Aaron Rodgers. 5 straight wins for Raji as the starting quarterback of the Steelers. If he wants that streak to continue, he's got a minute and 45 seconds to go. with no timeouts. Come on, Raji, you can do it. We need a Raji bomb to DK. We haven't seen that so far in this game, Coop. We got 276 people watching. Type TD in the chat if you want a touchdown. Type those TDs in the chat. Let's go.
Come on now, Chip.
They will start in a spread formation. Rodgers from the shotgun. He will take the snap. Nothing initially. Now he throws. Contested, dropped Metcalf. Another contested ball dropped by the Steelers in this game. Another one by Metcalf, who still has 0 receptions.
What a joke.
Looked like Muth was open on the crosser, too. Rodgers missed him, trying to go to DK. Spread formation, doubles to each side in shotgun for Rodgers. Takes the snap. Now he's going to throw in the seam. Intercepted, overthrown. He had a wide open Calvin Austin in the seam, and he overthrew him.
He choked.
That's tough for Rodgers, man. Rodgers has played pretty darn well throughout this simulated season, but that was not his best moment. Overthrowing Calvin Austin III. The 5'8" Calvin Austin III. He's easy to overthrow, Coop, but
he was worried about his marriage that's not a marriage.
But legally.
Yep.
Depends on your perspective.
I wonder what Cassie's perspective is on that.
I mean, I think if me and Cassie got married and we didn't have a marriage license, we would still consider us married.
Would she?
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to ask her that. But Baltimore's in victory formation. Coop, we don't have to watch the three Neil does.
Watch the pain.
We don't have to watch this. This thing is over.
I'm getting the raffle ready.
We're going to get the raffle ready here, guys.
Bob Locke likes my trash talking. Bob, you're a real one.
Yeah, Bob is a real one. That's going to be the final score in this one, though. We haven't seen a Steelers loss, so it's been 5 straight wins for the Steelers. They'll finally get a loss here. And Baltimore will go to first place in the AFC North in our Madden simulated season. They will improve to 10-3. The Steelers will go to 9-4.
Cassie says you're close enough that the government will automatically consider you married.
What does that mean?
You're like legally married already by common law, I guess.
So is that the case for Raji and his new
I don't think so.
quote-unquote wife? Because she lives with him. Apparently. We haven't seen a picture of her, but
what if it's like some A-list celebrity?
it's definitely not, because he specifically says she does not want to be like a public person. And she doesn't have social media.
Where do you think he found this shoddy then?
I don't know. Somewhere in that, I don't know, dude. Where do you find women that don't have social media in America? Like I just didn't know that was something that existed. Cool. All right. So you guys have been fantastic today with all the donations. A bunch of $5 and $10 donations. We love to see that. So we're going to be giving away a Steelers Talk hat to finish up today's show. Unfortunately, the Steelers couldn't pull out the dub versus Baltimore in our Madden game, but we get them again at the end of the season, Coop. And something tells me season on the line, division on the line. I think we'll be ready to go at home. We kept it close on the road, so I feel like at home, this is probably a Pittsburgh Steeler win. But who knows, man? It's still got a couple more weeks to go in this Madden simulated season. And we're going to be doing a Madden sim every single time we go live. We go live every Monday and Thursday for all of you guys that don't know. So if you want to join us for every single game during our simulated season, Mondays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss a single show. Click that subscribe button. All right. There is the wheel. Coop is randomizing the names in there. And let's send it. Let's see who gets the hat.
Best of luck.
Is it going to be Derek?
It is.
Derek Smith. Derek, I have your information. So just send me a message on Venmo, Derek, about where you want that sent.
And the reason Derek Smith won is because he got his tickets doubled with Venmo.
Yes, he did. Derek put in $20 in Venmo, which gave him 20 raffle tickets in this raffle. So congratulations to Derek. We will make sure to get you that hat as soon as possible, my friend. And that's going to be it for today's show. Coop, is there anything else you guys want to talk about here before we head out? I think it's been a good show.
Here we go, Steelers.
Here we go, Steelers is right. All right, we'll catch you guys on Thursday for our next live show.
Peace.
Until next time, guys, here we go, Steelers.